The 23-24 NHL season was absolutely historic. You had the Florida Panthers going on, beating my Oilers in the Stanley Cup Finals. McDavid broke a Wayne Gretzky playoff record. Nathan MacKinnon had won the Hart and the Lindsay. Matthews had 69 goals, and conveniently enough, only one in the playoffs. The Leafs yet again lost in round number 1 to the Boston Bruins. But now we are in a brand new season here in 24-25. NHL 25 is finally here, and I'm going to be going ahead and simulating the entire season to see who wins all the individual awards, and of course to see who goes home with Lord Stanley at the end of the season. I am going to simulate the entire season and playoffs, and we will hop into some playoff games, some very key matchups in the playoffs to see who will go on and win Lord Stanley. Now, if you guys are excited for NHL 25 to finally be here, leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on to ensure that you get notified every single time I go live and post a video. Now, at the end of the season, we have the Colorado Avalanche being the best team, 52, 18, and 12, 116 points. Dallas had a good season at 54. Nashville, with Stammer, Marchessault, and Shea, their new additions over the offseason, they had 52 wins. Florida was good. Detroit, Washington had a good season. The Utah Hockey Club were top 10 in the entire league. Where are my Oilers? Oh my God, Edmonton, no! The Edmonton Oilers were the 26th best team in the entire league. What are we doing, EA? Seriously? 38 wins for a team that went to Game 7 of the Cup Finals and only got better over the offseason? Like, what are we doing? We're one of the worst teams in the league. Chicago only had 33 wins. They were at the bottom. San Jose was bad. St. Louis, LA, Ottawa had another rough season. Even though they picked up Linus Ullmark, it was not enough to even sniff a playoff spot. Individually, Nathan MacKinnon had himself a year, leading in goals with 56 and points with 95. McDavid at 85. Kucherov was up there with 84. Breadman 82. We are in season mode, so the score is going to be a little bit lower than they would be in franchise mode, especially if you cranked up the sim engine scoring. Hasta had a good season. Braden Point was good. Casey Middlestat, 22 goals, 78 points. Ovi is defying logic in pretty much everything. 39 years old, still scoring 36. Your mom's a hoe was up here. We got Zabinajad. Stammer had a good season with Nashville. On the goal side, other than McKinnon, Kucherov had 45, passed to 40. Bedard had 40 as a second-year player. McDavid had a good year as well. Ovi was decent. Matthews, there it is. Another disappointing season. 35 goals, 63 points. Are you kidding me? Artemi Panarin had 35, Tage Thompson 35, and if we take a look at the defenseman here, Makar will dominate. He had 72 points, only 8 goals of scoring. I mean, it's not really that high for defenseman. Quinn Hughes had an okay season, I guess. Jake Ottinger will have the most wins by any goalie. He had 47, Saros 42, Bob was up there with 40. Georgiev had 39, Demko 38, and on the shutout side, we got Jake Ottinger leading there as well. Probably going to take home the Vezina. He had 8 shutouts, Swayman 7, Saros 6, Lindgren had 6 himself, so a plethora of different goalies up here. And here is our Stanley Cup playoff bracket. We have Utah and Vegas in round 1, Vancouver, Seattle, Colorado, Winnipeg, Dallas, Nashville, all in the Western Conference. Moving over to the East, I mean, we have Florida, Columbus. Wow, Columbus made the playoffs. Tampa, Detroit, the Islanders, Washington, and then finally a rematch from 2 years ago between the Devils and the Rangers. So we are going to go ahead, hopefully can hop into some nice key games, maybe a game 7, maybe some overtime frames. Now, I am praying to God that we do get some close series here, that I can hop in and actually watch some games. I'm curious to see how different the computer AI is compared to last year, because we knew they were not that great. A lot of stupid, boneheaded plays. The Utah Hockey Club at the moment have Vegas up against the ropes. A 3-2 series lead. It doesn't look like they're going to close them out here in Game 6, as Vegas has forced a Game 7 after pretty much a blowout. I mean, a 5-2 victory is not a close game. All right, a Game 7 between Utah and Vegas. 1-1 after 1 and 1-1 after 2. Let's see who's going to pull ahead. Can Utah win their first ever playoff series in franchise history? In their first season, Clayton Keller gives them the lead on Aiden Hill. 8 minutes to go in the third. Oh no, Vegas is collapsing. Matias Maselli. Here we are, the first gameplay of NHL 25. We got Utah and Vegas in a... Oh my God, I was looking at the bottom of the screen for the score clock, completely forgetting they added a new one in. That honestly looks pretty clean. I mean, 3-1 lead. The Utah Hockey Club, I was going to call them the Utah Jazz. They are trying to hold on to a 3-1 lead here in the third period. Maselli coming in. Matias shooting, and Aiden Hill make the save. Rebound. Aiden Hill He spread eagled on them fools. Shea Theodore was skated up. The gameplay does look a tad bit slow, but it doesn't look too bad. We can always increase if we want to. Tomas Hertl behind the net. Dursey. He's going to get it out. 2 minutes remaining in the third. We got Schmaltz dangling, shooting, and an easy save by Hill. Vegas has to start pressing if they want any shot at forcing overtime here in Game 7. They're going to get humiliated by the newest team in the NHL, the Utah Hockey Club. 51 seconds away from winning their first ever playoff series. Lost in Krause at the point. There's an empty net for Vegas. Cooley can't put it home. Mark Stone, his spleen is not fractured. What is he doing on the ice right now? 2-on-1, Barbashev and Stone. Stone looking. He back to Holtz. They're not shooting. They don't want to be aggressive. Stone, backhander. And Connor Ingram will make the easy save. My controller is vibrating more than the toys in my Oh, no. Pietrangelo shooting. I don't even know where I was going with that joke. Pietrangelo again shooting. Bukestad up to McBain. 18 seconds to go. Utah, they pretty much have done it. They're going to win. Oh, my God. You guys can't put home an empty netter still? Are you serious? You're at the blue line. Just put it home. A Pee-wee hockey player could do that. 5 seconds. It does not matter. For the first time in franchise history, the Utah Hockey Club have won a playoff series as they defeat the Vegas Golden Knights in Game 7 in the very first round in an upset, as we have a new playoff series win presentation somewhat. I mean, that was a new clip. The rest of this is pretty much the same, but overall, you love to see it. The LTIR cheaters get what they had coming to them, as the handshake line has been a little bit upgraded. That's good to see. I went back to previous NHL games, and the handshake line was a lot better. Another Game 7 here in the first round. Seattle and Vancouver. Heading into the third, Vancouver is steamrolling the Kraken. A 4-1 lead for the Nucks as they are trying to advance to round number 2. 5-1. This game is over, baby. And now for the final Game 7 of the first round, we have an original 6. What am I saying? 2-1 lead for Detroit over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa scores 3 straight in the second period to take a 4-2 lead. 15 seconds, 5-2. Oh my God, the Lightning are just feasting on the Red Wings. 5-3 though, the game is not over. Lucas Raymond on Andrei Vasilevsky. It's only a 2-goal game. You never really know, especially with the sim engine. A brand new sim engine, hopefully. And 6-3, Nikita Kucherov will put it to bed, baby. As the Tampa Bay Lightning have beaten the Detroit Red Wings in 7 games here in round number 1. Heading into the second round, we now only have 4 matchups left here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Who is advancing to the conference finals? Utah right now are on the verge of getting swept here in round number 2 as they actually faced a good team. I mean, Vancouver up 1-0 here in the third period. Philip Hronek gives them an insurance marker. Utah is somewhat run out of gas. I mean, Clayton Keller, it's not over yet. It's going to be a tough hill to climb to come back in this series. Got to win 4 straight games. Vancouver, 5 minutes to go. Can they hold on, baby? Lockdown defense for the Canucks. They're leading 2-1 in this game. 1:18 to go here in the third period. What I don't like is the fact that we hop into the third and the score clock does not know the shots on goal. Why is it 0-0? If you guys were going to add shots on goal to be on the score clock, no matter when I hop into the game, it's only going to track what happens in the real-time game, which is a little bit weird. Daniel Sprong with his pink visor behind the net. 41 seconds to go. First look at the Utah Hockey Club arena here in NHL 25. Looks pretty clean, I'm not going to lie. Ian Cole, why does Ian Cole have the puck in the offensive zone? Bukestad cannot bury it. They're not out of it, though. Clayton Keller, great save by Demko, trying to cover it. Sprong up to Garland, 23 seconds remaining. Empty net for Utah. Marino gets it. He moves up to Cooley, gets stripped. Garland to Pettersson, and there it is. Elias Pettersson will put it home as the Vancouver Canucks are off to the conference finals after sweeping the Utah Hockey Club here in round number 2. The New York Rangers are trying to beat their arch rivals and make it back to the conference finals for the 3rd time in 4 seasons. They have a 3-1 lead over the Islanders right now heading into the third. McLean gets them back to within 1 on Igor Shesterkin, who is the best goaltender in the world right now. 14 minutes remaining in the third period. A battle of New York here in round number 2. It is only a 1-goal game. Can the Islanders somehow claw their way back, force Game 7 back in Long Island, I believe, or Brooklyn, wherever the hell it is? I don't even know. Or actually, we're in. An opportunity is an opportunity. The New York Rangers trying to go back to the conference finals. They have a 4-2 lead over the Islanders. Right when I went to hop in, they scored a goal. Lafreniere over to Breadman, shooting the 95 overall Artemi Panarin, by the way. A little bit high in my opinion, but I mean, he did have one hell of a regular season. Playoffs are not really his thing. We know that already. Here in UBS Arena, I believe it is called. I don't know why they don't play in Barclays anymore. Doesn't matter. It gets out of the zone. Keandre Miller skates back for it. 45 seconds to go. The Islanders need to pull their goalie, but they're unable to do so if they don't have the puck. They're literally, oh my God, Zibanejad just got laid the hell out. Duclair coming in. Anthony Duclair on the backhand. A filthy goal as he gets the New York Islanders back to within one, his second of the playoff run so far. Matthew Barzal, hell of a forecheck, laying out Zibanejad, gives it over. And Duclair, a nice little forehand backhand. Ooh, top titties. As Anthony Duclair with those silky mitts will just rip the puck home. And honestly, I'm liking this camera angle. A little more interactive, a little more dynamic than what we got in 24, but the game is not over. New York still needs another goal just to tie this game up and force OT. They only have 34 seconds. If they do get possession, I am going to pull their goalie. I'm in coach mode right now, so I guess technically I'm an Islanders fan for a little bit. Here we go. Pull the goalie. Empty net. Oh, no. Breadman. No. Maybe this was a mistake. Artemi Panarin to Adam Fox to Zibanejad. Nice block. Who was that? Adam Pelech that blocked the puck. Barzal moves it up. They only have 20 seconds. Kreider over to Lafreniere. Lafreniere does not get it to go. Fox. Why would Fox not shoot that? Duclair on the boards. Fox again, and there it is. The third best defenseman in the league, and Adam Fox will seal the deal for the New York Rangers as they are headed back to the conference finals. Shout out EA for also adding in this. This is the reaction of the bench for that empty netter. You see everybody going crazy. It adds more personality to not only the rest of the players, but also the coaches interacting there. Our conference finals matchups are set. We got Colorado and Vancouver, Tampa Bay and New York. And honestly, I've seen worse conference finals in year number 1. These are 4 good teams that realistically do have a shot at making it this far. So let's see who will move on now to the Stanley Cup Finals. We have a 2-2 series tie between Tampa and the Rangers, and a 3-1 lead for the Vancouver Canucks. Have the opportunity to punch their ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals here tonight in Colorado. Can they seal the deal, beat the Avs, and head on? Oh, wait a minute. Colorado up 1-0 here in the third. The Avs have something to say about this. McKinnon and Makar, the dynamic duo that have already won a Stanley Cup. They are not going to go out without a fight. That's for damn sure. 5 minutes to go. This is a tight-ass game. Only 1-0 as Colorado trying to hold on to a 1-goal lead. And they will force a Game 6 back in Vancouver. Vancouver does have another shot here to end. Oh no, they are not ending Colorado's season. Down 4-1 here in the third period. We are going to have a Game 7 back in Colorado. The Rangers also have an opportunity to punch their ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals. Up 3-2 in the game, 3-2 in the series. 14 minutes to go. 14 hard miles. A 4-2 lead. Sam Carrick will score on Andrei Vasilevsky. There is the insurance marker for the Rangers as they are trying to finally, oh my God, they might do it. 1 minute and 50 seconds stand between the Rangers and the Stanley Cup Finals. They got a 2-goal lead, so it's way better than having a 1-goal lead, especially with the computers. We know they're not that great at offense. Victor Hedman coming in, looking. Nah, that was a horrible pass by Hedman. Gensel, Jake Gensel on the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is going to take some time to getting used to. Brayden Point. Why would he not go back door to Kucherov? Point trying to find any offense. Empty net for the Lightning as they have made the conference finals yet again. But unfortunately for them, they are down by 2 with 35 to go. Their season on the line. Kucherov gets up pretty much a breakaway. Kucherov coming in, shooting, and Igor will make the easy save. 29.1 seconds to go here in the third period. Shots are 33-25. So they do track it. I guess there was just some sort of a glitch that one time. I mean, it is day 1. Kucherov coming in. Anthony Cirelli loses it. Atkinson picks it up, shoots, and that's an easy save. I mean, that was a muffin of a shot, an absolute muffin. The Lightning can see their season drifting away. 17.5 remaining here in the third. They're down by 2 as the Rangers, for the first time, can they go on to the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time since 2014? Damn, over a decade ago at this point. 7 seconds remaining. Empty net. Chris Kreider will put home the empty netter as the New York Rangers have pretty much punched their ticket back to the Stanley Cup Finals. And there it is, your Eastern Conference Finals champs. The New York Rangers, who did lose to Florida last season in 6 games, will get it done this time, and they are headed back to the finals for the first time in over a decade. They are happy as can be. I mean, who wouldn't be? They've struggled, well, not really struggled. They had playoff success, but they really relied on Igor to steal their games in the playoffs. So maybe now they finally found a way to produce their best players, can be their best players come playoff time, as the handshake line never gets old between two teams just battling it out. As there is Jacob Trouba accepting the award. We got another Game 7. The Colorado Avalanche, I believe they were down 3-1 in the series, but they lead 3-1 here in the third period. Elias Pettersson cuts that lead down to 1, though. We got a tight game here in Game 7, the way it's always been played between Vancouver and Colorado. 5 minutes remaining. I don't know why it keeps happening to me, but somebody always scores when I go and try to hop into the game. Colorado 4-2 lead. We got 3:45 remaining, so we got a little bit of time here to watch the computers cook and maybe possibly mount a comeback. Demko will make the easy save. Nathan MacKinnon on the draw. He loses it to JT Miller, who got a major buff in this game, and honestly, well deserved. The dude's been putting up numbers for the past 3 years on Vancouver, even when they weren't very good. Devon Taves trying to get it out. Moves it up to Cale Makar, the best D-man in the league. McKinnon, the Hart Trophy winner. Middle stat rebound for the dog. No, he couldn't put it home. Nichushkin still on Colorado somehow, still ordering hookers. Valerie, back to the point. Where are the skill-based 1-Ts? I want to see the computers cook with those. Over Taves! And a great save by Demko, who has no energy at all. 45 seconds remaining. Empty net for the Vancouver Canucks. Quinn Hughes taking his time. That's a smart play. I'm not going to lie. Georgiev made the save. Look, I have to be objective. When I see a great play by the computers that actually creates time and space, I have to call it like I see it. Quinn Hughes right here uses his edge work. He sees he has no options at all here. Everybody is covered. There's back checkers on him. What does he do? He does what any NHL player would do. Just a slight little delay, loop back to the point, and look at that. He just created time and space for himself while his teammates tried to get into the zone. They actually made a change. They made a change during this. He takes his time. He looks for the point guy, feeds it to Filip Hronek, who gets, I guess, a decent shot. It was an easy save by Georgiev. But that's what I want to see the computers do. I don't want them just turning it over when they don't have any options. Like Quinn Hughes here, he basically has nothing to do. Last year, this was definitely a turnover by the computer. Probably would have just skated into the D-man, but Quinn Hughes makes the tight turn, the delay, back to the point, and a good shot on net. 37 seconds remaining in the third period. Still down by 2 for Vancouver. Quinn shooting, doesn't get a shot on net. A scramble in the middle, back to the point. Hronek blasts one, doesn't get it to go again. Rantanen, I mean, they are having trouble getting shots on net right now. Landeskog, there's an empty net. Captain Landy returns, and Captain Landy will put it home, baby. The Colorado Avalanche are headed back to the Stanley Cup Finals. It is almost a foregone conclusion at this point that the Colorado Avalanche will beat Vancouver. I mean, a 5-2 lead with 15 seconds left. The Avs now have a date with destiny, or should I say a date with the New York Rangers in the Stanley Cup Finals. They made it back in 22. They won the Stanley Cup. They're trying to go for their second cup in the the McKinnon and Makar era, as they have beaten the Vancouver Canucks in Game 7. A 3-1 comeback was completed. The Vancouver Canucks had the Avs on the ropes. I mean, how don't you close out that series? An absolute choke job by Vancouver, as they know already. They're pretty used to that. Georgiev and Demko, battle of the goalies. And Gabriel Landeskog will be able to not touch that trophy. Is it the Clarence S. Campbell Award? I have no idea, to be honest. Our finals matchup is set. We got the Avs and the Rangers. Best of 7. The winner goes home with the Stanley Cup, and the loser, unfortunately, will have to spend 24 hours in the same room as Diddy. The Rangers right now are on the ropes, down 3-2 in this series. They got a tie game here in the third, so they're not out of it yet, but they got to force a Game 7 back in Colorado. We are in MSG right now, a 1-1 tie between Colorado and New York. Are we going to have the first overtime pretty much of this entire playoffs? We could possibly see the Stanley Cup presentation right now. The Colorado Avalanche have a chance to win their second Stanley Cup within 3 seasons, I believe, as they are tied. All they need is one. We got a tie game here in Game 6. They are leading 3-2 in the series. The Rangers trying to force 7 back in the Mile High City of Denver, Colorado. Lafreniere loses it. Nichushkin, you're going the wrong way. Too much hookers and blow. Middlestat gliding over to McKinnon. The dog, Nathan McKinnon doesn't even get a shot on net. Alex Lafreniere. Laffy up to Zibanejad. Deking in the middle, shooting, and Georgiev will make the save. Chris Kreider back to Fox, rips one on net, a great save, and it is out of play, I believe. A massive face-off for both teams here. The Rangers, Vinny Trocheck loses it. Oh my God, who is that trying to swipe at Cale Makar with his stick? Valerie looking, Nichushkin back to Makar, shooting. Doesn't get a shot on net. Vinny Trocheck moves it up to Kreider. Chris goddamn Kreider. He's looking. Kreider loses it. Nathan McKinnon is a hound on that forecheck, like a dog chasing after a bone. Devon Taves up to Landy. Gabriel Landeskog. I don't know what he's doing. Landy behind the net. Doesn't get to, I think that was Casey Middlestad. Rantanen loses it on the wall. Smith up to Miller. Keandre Miller looking over. Kreider ripping it. Rebound is there. McMahon or Manson, my bad. Up to Rantanen. Landy again. Can he have another overtime hero? Over Druin, shooting. A great save by Igor halfway through this overtime frame. I'm hoping. Kako moves it up to Kull. I don't even know who that is. Over to Hedel. Philip Hedel looking, waiting, wristing it. Georgiev makes the great save. Josh Manson trying to skate the puck out as a puck-moving defenseman. Up to Gabriel Landeskog. He's still out there trying to pull off all the moves. He can't, though. He has those stone hands. The Rangers counterattack. Hedel rips it. Rebound. No. The New York Rangers player cannot get there. Trouba back to the point, and there it is. Ryan Lindgren will force a Game 7 for the New York Rangers back in Denver, Colorado. Ryan Lindgren says, "This is not over." With those skill-based one-timers, he rips it in the back of the net. Well, here it is. One game to decide the Stanley Cup. No score after one period, and we got a 1-1 tie after two. A tight game. Please do not give me overtime. There it is. Devon Taves gives the Colorado Avalanche a lead here in the third period, trying not to blow a 3-2 series lead. The Rangers, they're doing all they could, man, honestly. I mean, they forced a Game 7 after being down and out. It looked like it. 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Less than a minute to go here in the third period of Game 7. We had a Game 7 last year, my Oilers and the Florida Panthers, and we got another one here in 2025. 51 seconds remaining, third period. Adam Fox ripping it on net. The Avs trying to hold on to a 2-1 lead. They're getting pressured extremely hard by Laffy and the Rangers. Makar moves it up to Nichushkin. Empty net, a horrible... What was that, Nichushkin? Are you serious? What is going on, Adam Fox? He had a clear open net and he just dumped it in. I guess it's a safe play, but goddamn, bro, nobody was even near you. Makar moves it up. Nichushkin. There it is! Valerie Nichushkin will make up for his mistake. Pulls off the heartbreaking Sally. I don't even know what that was. Bro's diving on 2 knees. 6th of the playoff run. The Avalanche now have a 2-goal lead. That is the face of a coach that knows his team has just lost Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. And at the end of the 24-25 season, the Colorado Avalanche are yet again your Stanley Cup champions. They won back in 22, and now 3 years later, they defeat the New York Rangers in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals to finally be able to go on and win Lord Stanley. The handshake line, this one has got to be the most painful, especially losing a Game 7. Alexander Georgiev wins the Conn Smythe Trophy somehow, someway. Bro had a .922 save percentage. The face models do look a lot better. They said they upgraded them, and they definitely did. And there it is, the Stanley Cup. But every team in the league plays for every single season. Only one winner, 31 losers, and this season it was the Colorado Avalanche. Here comes Gabriel Landeskog. Didn't even play last season, but now is a Stanley Cup champion, a 2-time Stanley Cup champion, as the Colorado Avalanche have gone all the way Now, for the entire playoffs, Artemi Panarin will have the most points at 22. Adam Fox had a good playoff run. JT Miller, 10 goals, 21 points. Rantanen was decent. So the offense wasn't really there for Colorado. It was more of a team effort. And I mean, Alexander Georgiev, after that horrible playoff run he had last year, rocked a .924 save percentage. Nathan MacKinnon is the greatest player of all time. The Norris will go to Cale Makar, the Conn Smythe to Georgiev, Jake Ottinger the Vezina, and the Selke to Robert Thomas. Well, that will do it for the first ever video here on NHL 25. It was fun going through and seeing who EA thinks will win the Stanley Cup in 2025, and it's the Colorado Avalanche. Not a bad choice. I mean, I don't think they got better over the offseason. There are clearly at least a couple teams that are better than them on paper, but regardless of that, they got it done in Game 7 over the Rangers. If you guys did enjoy the video, leave some support on it. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.